In this clip, we see what appears to be a Turkish YouTuber doing a paranormal investigation in a cemetery. Upon looking around, we can see that the only light emitting is from his camera, and he is clearly scouring for any paranormal evidence he can find. Now, during these ventures, he comes across a disturbing discovery. We hear a disenchanted voice say the words "Ben Buradayım," which is Turkish for "I am here." After having made contact with the supposed spirit, the investigator continues to ask if this spirit is uncomfortable with his presence in the cemetery. The spirit responds with a yes. Continuing his investigation in the cemetery, he comes across something very bizarre. As we see him panning the camera around, we could see that he spots something on the side of a tree. The skeptic in me wants to easily explain this away as a knot or part of the tree or maybe a branch, but when he pans back around, this mysterious lump or shape is gone. Perhaps he is being followed in the cemetery, or he is not alone that we don't see. Or, of course, this whole thing is staged as an elaborate hoax, but let's continue further in on this clip. As he continues to investigate, his flashlight now fully illuminates a dark, cloaked figure walking away from him. Now, this could either be one of two things. Either this whole thing is a hoax and was staged, or this individual here in the dark cloak is a person who has performed occultic rituals in the cemetery at night. Those are really the only two explanations we have here. The investigator tries to grab the attention of this dark hooded figure by running towards them, but fails to turn up their location and is left wondering and scratching their heads what had happened. So what do you think of this clip? Is this simply a hoax investigation, or were there perhaps satanic occultic rituals being performed at night in the cemetery, provoking the spirits that lie in wait? I'll let you be the judge. In 2008, a nursing home located in Worcester, England, experienced something strange they could not explain. Residents in the nursing home began complaining about sounds that were similar to a cat. They had heard scratching, meowing, and other signs that would allude to a cat on the premises. However, this confused staff personnel because there was no signs of a feline on site. In fact, they even went a step further and checked every nook and cranny, only to turn up with zero evidence of a cat ever being on the premises. Now, it wasn't long before staff began hearing this scratching and meowing themselves, and being completely confused by all of it. Desperate for answers, the staff finally set up a camera in the main hallway when they caught this. Now, here's where the story gets a little hairier. That same night that this footage was captured, a resident at the nursing home, known commonly as Martha Jones, aged 99, passed away this very night. As it turns out, Martha was a huge cat lover and even owned a cat shelter in her younger years. What's bizarre is that after her passing, all cat sounds and evidence ceased entirely. Is there a commonality between the two events taking place, or, there's a lot of speculation and theories revolving her passing and the timing of seeing this strange anomaly on camera, but it certainly makes you wonder, doesn't it? A girl and her sister captured this image when they were staying on the San Juan Islands in a house that was supposedly haunted by Native American spirits. The girl, when taking this photo, was not at all aware of this grotesque-looking thing in the doorway here. If we look closely, it reminds me of a Hollywood prop from Army of Darkness or something that Bruce Campbell would be in. It could easily be staged, but what if it's not? What if it's truly the image of something more disturbing? If this is true, and it's a spirit or entity caught on camera, then this could possibly be a dark entity or demon. While there does appear to be some sort of shape to it, it's pretty freaky looking. I would love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on whether this is real or just an elaborate hoax. I'm not saying this is aliens, but I'm totally saying it's aliens. Alright, I'm just kidding. However, I do find this clip extremely strange. We can even see here that the two individuals observing this security camera footage are bothered by what they are seeing. The strangest thing about this is the characteristics that this light exhibits. we can see that not only by its behavior, the way it moves around, and the structure of it, that it is clearly not a drone, or at least a drone that I've ever seen. Now watch and see how it zooms around the neighborhood and over the cars. I mean, even the people watching this are scratching their heads, trying to figure out just what are we looking at here. Now, near the end of the clip, we can see that it actually kind of zooms through the house as if it's only half in this plane of existence. I don't know about you guys, but I can definitely cross drone off my list. I wouldn't jump on the bandwagon that it's certainly an alien craft, but it is extremely strange. And I personally don't buy into the fact that this is simply a light artifact, considering there's no external light source appearing in the scene, and, well, light doesn't behave this way. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this one because it's definitely strange and very interesting. Here we can see a YouTuber exploring an old abandoned hospital. What is it with you guys in abandoned hospitals? I mean, is there a reason they always seem to be haunted? Perhaps not. As we watch, we can see that he comes into what appears to be a lobby of some sorts. A hospital chair slowly moves in the distance, pushed by an unknown force. As the camera pans in closer, we can see there doesn't appear to be any source or any possible strings that the chair could have been pulled by. Later on in the footage, we see the same investigator going into an unmarked room where he appears to be incredibly frightened by something and quickly exits. As he points back at the door, it is now slammed shut. At some point during this investigation, we see the same person outside where there appears to be a figure off in the window in the distance. They begin running towards it, but to no avail, the figure is now gone. Now at some point during the night, we can see him in one of the hallways where they continue their investigation, and we could see what appears to be a white set of legs off in the distance. Now, this could either be a hoax, because we don't know if somebody was with him or not, or this could clearly be a disembodied spirit of some kind. I'm going to be honest with all of you. I don't care if this whole video is a hoax, I wouldn't touch this place with a 50-foot pole. It gives me the creeps. What do you guys think? Is this real? Is this abandoned hospital truly holding on to the dead that once dwelt inside of it? Or is this just a fabricated video in an attempt to get views? Featured on a popular paranormal television show in Mexico known as EXN, this clip, we can see what appears to be a pretty normal church gathering for their congregation on Sunday. While they seem to be in conversation and standing around, the out-of-place figure here is the strange glowing apparition sitting down next to this woman here. In fact, it looks so bizarre and out of place that upon playback, many of these church members are convinced this was an angel or spirit of light with them that very day. Is this possible proof of the divine, or that an angel was keeping them company on that day of worship? Or was this simply a distortion of the lens, somehow creating this light infraction that we see here as stationary, not moving? I find it strange, and I'm not exactly sure how to explain it. I want to know what you guys think. Okay, this one is kind of strange, but also funny. Here's why. And this is a TikTok uploaded by Scary Videos. We see that this appears to be a security camera footage from a back alley in probably South America. We can see the motorcyclist pull up, and he appears to spot something off camera and pulls over to anticipate this individual coming towards him. Our suspicions are correct as we see a person enter the frame and that it's a child, but their gait and walk appear to be very wonky and strange. As the child approaches this man, the man is clearly frightened by something, throwing his bike at the kid and running for dear life. While it looks silly and you're probably scratching your head thinking, what the hell happened? The only thing I could possibly suspect is that this was a black-eyed child. At the sight alone terrified him. If we watch, the second the light illuminates this kid's face, he runs away in fear. Now the real question I want to ask you is what scared him so badly? Was this really a black-eyed child, or was it something more sinister? Here, our last clip showcases what appears to be a man in the country of Colombia getting ready to exercise in the gym. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? At least, not yet. Watch closely as this man is getting ready to stretch and exercise. We can see the cables on one of the workout machines near him beginning to move, indicating a presence or some unknown gust of wind. Trust me, it gets even more strange. As the man is getting ready, we can see the medicine ball in the bottom half right of the screen start to move on its own. The man notices this, thinking it's strange, but goes back to his box, I believe, to start working out, and then this happens. The man is clearly grabbed and attacked by some invisible force and is so terrified, he flees. Out of all the clips I've shown today, I personally can't explain this one at all. Unless, of course, somebody was wearing an all-green bodysuit and they chroma keyed themselves out, but judging by the reaction of the staff, the man in the video, and the people surveying the video, I highly doubt that's the case. Then we're able to see the same incident from a different camera angle, and the fact that we can see this from so many different angles helps greatly with its authenticity. It appears there's no wires or anything aiding the staging of this video, which means that it does point to more genuine than it does hoax. The incredibly frightened man runs to the front desk and to report what had happened. Remember, even though this is strange and scary to watch, the possibility it could have been faked is very, very real. I mean, if this is genuine footage of a spirit attacking a man, then I'm truly terrified. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe for more videos just like this.